Friends, is the dominance of Western type pop culture overshadowing our local cultures, traditions, and languages, leading to cultural combination, homogenization, and loss of cultural identity? It appears so if we look at this generation of children, be it the way they dress, the slang they use, or the relationships they believe in. The larger question, however, is this pop culture perpetuating stereotypes and misrepresenting our cultures, leading to misunderstanding and reinforcing some negative biases in the society? Is pop culture glorifying personal traits such as narcissism, superficiality, and instant gratification? It can affect societal values and our behavior as well. We share everything on the social media and even be happy or unhappy if there were many likes or no likes at all. We share on the social media even those that we hesitate to share with our brothers and sisters or even our parents. Have you ever wondered the effect of this overemphasis on sharing the personal life on social media that leads to loss of privacy and increased vulnerability to cyberbullying and online harassment? The pop culture of the West includes music, movies, fashion, language, and lifestyle. All that has significantly influenced our society, especially among the urban youth. With the rise of globalization, social media, and streaming platforms, and the easy availability of the bandwidth, Western trends have become easily accessible and widely accepted within the country. The shift leads to cultural disconnection, where traditional practices, our languages, our customs, they're all seen as outdated and irrelevant. Our festivals, the classical arts, and indigenous knowledge systems often take a backseat to global ideas and fashion, the global entertainment and fashion trends. Moreover, Western beauty standards and social behavioral standards and its influence on the body, image, self-esteem, and identity, sometimes leading to confusion or conflict within the families. However, this influence is not entirely negative. Exposure to global ideas has also led to progressive thinking, gender equality, and innovation in the way we look at life. The key challenge, however, lies in striking that balance, embracing global culture while preserving our richness in our cultural heritage. To protect Indian values, our education system, media, and families must actively promote cultural pride and awareness, encouraging local arts, storytelling, and ethical teachings all help the younger generation appreciate their roots while engaging at the same time with the world. Pop culture or popular culture is a set of ideas, practices, and beliefs that are dominant or prevalent in a society and heavily influenced by the mass media, which includes all the aspects of daily life. It may be popular genres of artists, music videos, and concerts, mainstream TV shows, movies, and streaming content, current clothing trends, accessories and styles, popular gadgets, applications, and social media platforms. They all create some kind of slang, catchphrases, and new words, and that is what corrupts our language. It's unfortunate that that goes viral very fast. It may also include actors, musicians, athletes, and so called influencers who significantly impact the public trends and opinions. However, pop culture, while offering entertainment and a sense of belonging to the community, can also have several harmful effects on us and our society. Are not romanticized portrayals of relationships in pop culture creating unrealistic expectations about love and relationships, leading to dissatisfaction and relationship issues? Living is a case in point. It doesn't come naturally to any society. Forget about the Hindu society or the Indian society. Are our children falling into a pop-driven abyss? Are not the constant lure of pop culture through social media, TV shows, and video games distracting the students from their studies and negatively impacting their academic performances? Is pop culture not spreading misinformation and pseudoscience, leading to poorly informed beliefs and decisions? Of course, these are all the negative effects. Today, unfortunately, the rise of digital communication driven by pop culture trends are eroding the face-to-face communication. It's so beautiful when we actually speak to people. And they are also eroding the interpersonal skills. Even as we try coming to terms with a increasing pop culture, it's moving at a pace that we can only worry about. Isn't it promoting fast fashion, fast erosion of values, and fast forwarding everything into depths of despair? The portrayal of lavish lifestyles, consumption of pop culture, at a very fast rate is encouraging unsustainable practices. It's harming our environment. One of the most significant pop culture effects is the pervasive influence of the Bollywood, affecting various aspects of life, including fashion, the language, the social norms and aspirations. Isn't our language changing by the day, by the minute, every day? One of the worst influences is easily the big boss culture that glamorizes negative behavior, frequently depicting contestants engaging in heated arguments, backstabbing, and manipulative tactics to win, normalizing such behavior for viewers. Imagine the effect of all that on the youth of today. Constant exposure to idealized portrayals of life in pop culture leads to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression. Why can't I be like the influencer? Kind of thoughts. Pervasive nature of social media and entertainment leads to excessive screen time, thus contributing to addiction, physical activity, and even the sleep gets disturbed. And there is a consumerism in the pop culture that we see today. It leads to spending and it leads to financial difficulties. Well, pop culture has its benefits. It's important to recognize and address its potential for harmful effects. Promoting media literacy, encouraging critical thinking, and fostering a balanced approach to consumption of pop culture can mitigate at least some of the ill effects. Above everything else, this generation, parents, must first stop using pop culture themselves if their children were to do the same. The question to ask is, while Western pop culture continues to shape modern India, if a mindful engagement is essential to ensure that progress does not come at the cost of identity and tradition. That said, it's an important subject. I'll request you all to go back to what I have said today and write back to me if you have ideas that we all can use to improve our society in the modern times. With that, thank you, Dhanyavad and Namaskar, and with a promise to be back the next Saturday with another episode that I am sure you will find equally important.